first grade friends. Today in reading, we're going to continue to talk about main idea and key details. Are you ready?
Yes.
Mirror words.
Mirror words.
Today, we are talking about main idea and key details. Mirrors off. So we're going to play a quick game to kind of get us warmed up into main idea and key detail. You ready? I'm going to pull a friend's name, and I want you to come up and you're going to pull one thing out of this bag. In this bag are details, okay? And we're going to try to figure out what the main idea of this bag is, okay? What's this bag all about? Here we go. Colin. Up, don't look in, just pull out. You can stand up. Okay, turn around and show them what you have.
Bicycle.
Colin has a bicycle. Okay, let's see, you can stand right there. Let's see, I have Olivia and Abram. Come on down. Pull one thing and show your friends what you got. What does she have? A boat. Abram has a motorcycle. Kaylee. I want you to be thinking about what this main idea bag could be all about. What do you have, Kaylee? A race car. Pick for me, Avery. What does Avery have? An airplane. Carter. And Carter has a truck, an old truck. And one more. Let me put Jaden. What do you have, Jaden? Shoes. Come stand right in here. Jaden has shoes. We have a truck, a plane, a car, a motorcycle, a boat, and we have a bicycle. What could be the main idea of this bag? Let me give everybody a second to think. The main idea of this bag. Emma. Riding and stuff. Pretty good. Yes, ma'am. How to travel. Excellent. Allison? Transportation. And remember, if you're thinking the same thing as somebody else, what's the signal we give? Go ahead. How we travel and maybe how we get around. Excellent job. Put our things back in the bucket. Thank you, my helpers. Good job, guys. So our main idea what this bag was all about was how we get around, okay? And then these little things were our details, okay? We are going to do a quick little review watching a brain pop video, and it's going to be really, really short, but I want you to pay close attention. Are you ready? Hands and eyes.
You wrote a paragraph? Roller coasters move in different ways. They can loop upside down. Some twist and turn on the tracks. Others rise high in the sky and then drop suddenly. No matter how roller coasters move, I love feeling the wind through my hair. Moby, you don't have any hair. But this is an awesome paragraph. Your main idea comes through loud and clear. What is is the main idea? The main idea is the point of a piece of writing. It can be a big idea the writer wants to get across. The main idea of your paragraph is that roller coasters move in different ways. The topic sentence tells the main idea and lets you know what the rest of the paragraph will be about. Let's see. Your topic sentence is, roller coasters move in different ways. But there are other sentences here that help explain the main idea. Why are supporting details important? I know that a detail is a piece of information, and when you support something, you hold it up. Your paragraph has 3 supporting details that describe how roller coasters move. Roller coasters can move upside down. Some twist and turn on the trucks. Others rise high in the sky and then drop suddenly. It's easy to find the main idea in one paragraph, but books can have a lot of paragraphs. How do you find the main idea in a nonfiction book?
Okay, really pay attention to this part.
I know that a book can have one big main idea, and each chapter has a main idea that supports the big idea of the book. And those chapters have paragraphs with main ideas that support the chapter. I think the main idea of this whole book is that making roller coasters takes a lot of science and planning, and there are a lot of details to support that. But that's not fiction.
All right, first grade friends, so give me a thumbs up if you understand a little bit more about main idea. Thumbs down if you're still a little bit confused. And to the side if you're almost there. All right, first grade friends, hands and eyes. Today we are going to read a book, and it is called Cool Penguins. What's the title of this book? Cool Penguins. And the purpose for reading this book is we're going to look in the book and we're going to read and we're going to try to find the main idea and the key details. So let's go over using this anchor chart the main idea and key details. Are you ready? The main idea is the point that the author is trying to get you to understand. What is the author trying to teach you? Okay? Mere words. The main idea is the most important thing in a book. Mirror off. What are some things or some clues or some hints that you can use to help you figure out the main idea? What are some things in the book that you can use to help you figure out the main idea? Nevaeh. You can use the text or the words. Great job. Let's give her a 10-finger woo. Woo. Good job. What's something else that we can use, Layton? We can use the pictures. Excellent job. Say, you go, boy. Allison, what else could we use? You had the same thing. Naomi, what could we use? We could use the title. Excellent job. So the title of this whole book is called Cool Penguins. What do you think this whole book is going to be about? Colin? What do you think this whole book is going to be about, first grade friends? Penguins. The key details are going to give us more information about the main idea. Okay? Hands and eyes. Mere words. The key details are going to tell more about the main idea. Mirrors off. Before we find the main idea and key details in this book, I want you to look at the cover of this book and see if you have any questions about the book or what it's going to be about. Any questions? Camille? Maybe what is the penguin looking at, Nevaeh? Ooh, is that the only penguin in the story? So maybe it'd be about one penguin? Okay, yes. What is he doing? Yes. Why are his flippers spread out? Yes. Why is he just standing still? And one more column. Why is he looking that way? We're going to read the book and hopefully we'll find out some answers to some of those questions. Yes, sir. Why is it snowing? And I think all of the answers to those questions will give us a few little hints about the main idea and key details. Okay, let's get started. Cool penguins. First grade friends, can you help tell me what genre or what type of book you think this is going to be? Everybody, what kind of book is this? Non-fiction. Good job. What is this? Table of Contents. Chapter 1. And let's pay attention to the title of this chapter and to the pictures. Penguins hop, slip, and slide. Penguins swim, leap, and dive. What kind of animal do you think they are? Penguins are birds. They have feathers and lay eggs, but they cannot fly. Keep paying attention to those pictures. I'm going to stop in just a second. The picture shows Adelaide penguins. You may have seen them at the zoo, but there are many other types of penguins too. Emperor penguins are the largest. Some of them weigh 100 pounds. That is as much as a big dog. So let's look at, Ms. Johnson just read the words for you. Let's take a closer look at the picture. What kind of penguin is that one? An emperor penguin. And then this shows our Adelaide penguins. Okay? Now, I need you guys, you're going to turn and talk to your partner. I want you to think about the picture and the words and think about what could be a good main idea for just this part of the book. Okay? A good main idea for just this part of the book using the pictures and the words. Everybody ready? Teach. Good main idea. Good job. Okay, well, it's just that page, but what about all the pages? Oh, my smart class.
Oh, my smart, yes.
Excellent, excellent job. Ms. Johnson heard some really good ideas on what the main idea could be. Nevaeh, what do you think the main idea of the pages Ms. Johnson read could be? Nevaeh thinks that the main idea could be all about penguins. Anybody agree with her? add on? Okay, so Braxton told me that the emperor penguin weighs 100 pounds. Could that be a main idea or could that be a key detail? That would be an awesome key detail. Naomi. Okay, tell me your key detail. They are telling us, but what's something specific from the text that they told us? What they tell us?
They are talking about the
That is the main idea. Excellent job. Colleen, have something to add? Okay, so Colin gave us another key detail to add in there. Okay, we are going to read another chapter. You guys have done an excellent job. 1 second, party.
Yeah.
We are going to read all about in chapter 2 survival skills. Survival skills. Do you know what it means to survive or survival? What does that mean? Survival. Walker.
To live.
To live. Can anybody add on to that? Avery? To keep safe. And got the same thing? Naomi?
Survive means like to live and like to stay healthy.
Okay. Let's read this chapter to figure out what the main idea is. What's the main idea for our friends? The most important part. Excellent job. Hands and eyes. Penguins can be found in some of the coldest places on the planet. They are one of the few animals that live in Antarctica. Penguins have thick feathers to keep out the cold. A layer of fat underneath the feathers also helps them to stay warm. What's that layer of fat called? Blubber. Remember one of our amazing words. Look at the first one. What's the first word? Blubber. What does it mean? Fat. What does it do? Helps you stay warm. Good job. Penguins have dark backs and light bellies. This special coloring lets them blend in on land and sea. It helps penguins hide from predators that want to gobble them up. And these are some more words that can help us figure out the main idea. And let's look at the pictures. It's showing how their backs are dark and their bellies are light. You can't really see it good on the screen. Jack, do you see how their backs are dark? Okay. Penguins use their flippers and webbed feet to swim super fast. They use their sharp beaks to grab an underwater lunch. Okay? So I want you and your partner to talk about what the main idea of just this part could be. Let's take a quick review. It says survival skills. They showed us a map. They talked about where penguins live. They told us that penguins have big feathers and they have blubber. They talked about the penguins' backs and bellies and their predators, and that they can swim super fast. Okay? We are going to talk about the main idea of just this part, using those hints. Are you ready? Teach. Let's see. Why do they have that? What is the author trying to teach us? Okay, good job. Okay. Else I've not heard from. Keep on talking. You can listen to important details or some key details once you finish. Okay, well, this class, boom pow.
Yes, Boom Pal.
Excellent, excellent job. I heard some excellent conversations and I see hands going up. Emma. That would be an excellent key detail. Let's see. Allison, what do you think the main idea could be?
That they can survive and how they survive.
Good job. She thinks the main idea could be how they survive and they can survive. So let's see if we can put that in put that in a college talk sentence? So our sentence would be the main idea is how they, who is they? Penguins, how penguins survive. Are you ready? Hands and eyes. College talk sentence. Let's go. The main idea is how penguins survive. So that's what we are going to put on this very first line. Okay? Now, what could be a key detail about how they survive or how they stay living? Avery. They can grab a snack in the water. Michelle's going to write this down and I'm going to hurry up and go to the top and write the main idea. And then I want you to be thinking about another key detail. Give me another one. Braxton.
They have white on their tummy, and we have black on their back.
Good job. And can somebody, good job. How can you add more to that? Why do they have that? Jack, do you know? You were thinking the same thing. Why do they have that, Naomi? Why do they have whites on their tummies and blacks on their back? Yes, ma'am.
Because they can hide from their predators.
Yes, ma'am. I'm going to write, they hide from their predators using a special color on their backs. Okay? Now, we're going to go to the next chapter, and guess what you're going to do it? Guess what you're going to do? The main idea all by yourself. Can you do it? Can you do it?
Yes.
All right, and see all my friends' hands and eyes.
Yes.
And Miss Johnson's going to give you a paper that looks just like this paper that I just filled out. Okay? score do you think you want to get? What score? A 3. So Miss Johnson's going to put a 3 up here. What do you think you need to do to get a 3? If we're doing main idea and key details. Whenever Miss Johnson's grading this paper, what do you think you need to do to get a 3? Somebody who has an answer. Dennis, what do you think you need to do to get a 3?
Put more answers.
What do you mean by put more answers?
Put a lot of answers.
Let's see if somebody can help him out. We are working on today identifying the main idea and key details. Patrick, what do you think we need to do to get a 3? Okay, let's see if somebody can help him out. Noah, what do you think we need to do? Noah has his hand on his cheek. He's really thinking. Can you call on somebody to help you out? Okay, who do you want to call on? Layton, what do you think we need to do? Okay. Make sure Miss Johnson can read your right, Allison. So complete sentences, but what am I looking for on this paper? What am I looking for on this paper? Am I looking for you to, am I trying to grade you about if you know nouns and verbs? No, silly Miss Johnson. What am I grading you on, Nevaeh? Good job. Did you hear Nevaeh? She said, I am grading you on if you know the main topic and the key details. So if you give me the main topic, and key details, that's going to get what score? A 3. Okay? If you maybe just give me the main topic, just the main topic, and no key details, that's going to be what score? 2. And then if you're not able to think of the main topic, that's going to be a 1. We'll